Hello, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role playing games with friends. We're in a delayed a couple times second session of a Forged in the Dark Supers game called Anti-Heroes, and we are set in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, although, our own versions because we all get to be Kevin Feige's here, or Feige, or I think it's Feige. I've heard people say Feige. Set in New York, and this game is a street level kind of vigilante inspired by Heroes for Hire, Luke Cage, Daredevil, and the like. We have during our first session of play, which was very abbreviated because we had to make characters and a team and a whole lot of other stuff. We had a couple of action scenes that are not completed, and that's where we will begin. But because it's been a couple of weeks since we last played, let's remind ourselves of our players and our characters. So we're going to start from the far right of our character keeper with Jolene. Jolene, if you could introduce yourself and tell us about your character.
Hi, I'm Jolene, she, her. I'm playing Rachel Layton, aka Diamondback. She's a former Serpent Society mercenary turned hero, or wannabe hero. Trying. It's a struggle.
And Servant Society, that's really easy to leave, right? Like, it's like,
Yeah, no,
no
they
big
didn't try
deal.
to execute me or anything.
Okay, good. That's good to know. That's good notes for me. I appreciate that. Next up, we have Kai. Introduce yourself. Tell us about your character, please.
Hi, I'm Kai. They, them pronouns. I'm playing Elektra, a character from the comic books and from the Netflix series for Daredevil and the Defenders. And I decided to basically be the mother bearer of these uh, rapscallions. Um, and we'll see how well that works out.
Thank you very much. Now, after Kai, we have Rod.
Hi, I'm Rod here, and I'll be playing Kate Bishop, who is the protege, next Hawkeye in training. I don't know. We'll see. But yes, that's who I am.
Fantastic. And then we have my good buddy Zach. Please introduce yourself. Tell us about your character.
Hello, I'm Zach, he, him. I am playing Yo-Yo McKenna, aka Hellfrost, and she is a sassy junior member of the group, also an original character.
Thank you, because there will probably be a lot of folks on a fandom wiki searching like crazy. Is it this Hellfrost? Is it this Hellfrost? No, it is an OC, which is totally cool with me. Thank you very much, Zach. Last but not least, Stephen, should I like buy you some time? I know you want to
No,
chow
no, I'm good.
down. Okay, cool.
Yep. Hi, my name is Steven. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Nocturne or Tenia Jean, whose pronouns are she, her. And Tanya is the daughter of Nightcrawler from the movies and comics and cartoons and stuff. But she is from a different Earth, and uh things weren't good for her there, and she and her friend Magic combined their powers in order to teleport here. However, um it didn't work out quite right, and she's, still friends with Magic, but she's a little pissed because things didn't work out. She was a thief at the old place, and she's kind of been having to do that to make ends meet here as well.
I had forgotten that this magic is not the magic of this reality. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that is so cool. Fantastic. Anti-Heroes is a Forged in the Dark game that has a number of tweaks and twists. I will do my best to navigate it. This is only my second time running it, the first time being the last time we met. But we learn by doing, or at least that's how I often learn. Let's jump back into the fight sequence that we had with Hawkeye and Nocturne. Hawkeye and Nocturne were chasing after some tracksuit mafia folks. Those are characters that were introduced in comics, but were in the Hawkeye series. So Hawkeye has Kate has had some like not super great relations with the tracksuit mafia. There was a question before we started recording that I think would be cool to answer now. The answer will be let's answer it together. So there we had I had at the top of that scene declared that the tracksuit mafia had snatched a girl off the streets, and you guys witnessed it. Nocturne teleported both herself and Hawkeye into the back of this Ford F-150 that is trying to race down New York City streets. And then the question that was asked just before we started playing is, do you know who this girl is? And I want to say yes. So I have some options to throw out, but also um, we can talk about other possibilities. One is that it could be Maritza McKenna, sister to Yo Yo. That could be one person who was kidnapped. Another could be possibly Sharon King, the owner of Idea Hive, which is a group that where Spider Woman, Trish Walker, a Trish Walker that's different from the Trish Walker from Jessica Jones, so that Jillian won't get mad, and and Porcupine and the like. Or it could be someone wholly different that you guys are interested in trying to save. So, Kate, who do you think it is that you guys are trying to save right now?
Oh, well, I mean, Steve, do you have an idea, or do you want me to just pick something? Oh, you're on mute still.
Sorry, why don't you go ahead and pick? I
Okay.
can help out if you need it, though.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, let's go with Yo-Yo's sister.
Yay! Awesome. Is Maritza an older or younger sister to Yo-Yo?
She's older. She was a kind of a caretaker of Yo-Yo after she got kicked out of her parents'
Nice,
house.
nice. And I think what you guys had witnessed, this is like bit of flashback, is the tracksuit mafia did the thing of throw a bag over her head, throw her into the back of the Ford F-150. Ford's paying us some like money to be in this featured. Like there's a point where the camera goes across, we see the Ford logo. It's very Ford F-150 friendly. There's even a bit that where we cut the dialogue out where one of the tracksuit mafia guys said, "Man, this thing really has some pickups and giddy up." We took that was too much. That was just a little too much. But uh, Kate, you had, I believe, if I remember correctly, there was a gun had gone off. You decided to stop that from happening by resisting it, and as a result, it costs you a bit of stress. And Kate is now sitting at 4 stress, if I remember correctly. And I did watch the video, so I think I'm still on track. Um, that was the last thing that had happened. So we pick back up Nocturne. It will be your turn. The Ford is about to go through an intersection. It has dipped into the oncoming traffic lane, and the intersection is green going left to right, and the truck, they're going to try to gun it to go through. Nocturne. Um, you guys have not retrieved McKenna from the front quite yet. What would you like to do, Nocturne?
So I think I'm going to grab a hold of the back of the truck, the cab of the truck, and swing in through the driver's side. If the window is closed, I smash through it. But my intention is to um, hit the driver so that I can gain control of the vehicle.
Awesome. I am going to quickly roll a die of fate to see if that is a thing. Okay. Yeah, the window is up, so you will have to crash through. Doesn't change your difficulty or target number. I just wanted to know if we had candy glass spraying over the Tracksuit Mafia driver. Okay, let's build your role.
Okay,
So how are you planning to? What is your approach?
I think I'm doing this quickly because, we're approaching an intersection and it looks dangerous. So that's 2 dice. Um,
I feel
and
like traverse can work here if you were trying to engage that as a skill,
okay. Let's
because you
look
have
at the
good body
combat.
control and generally athletic, covering
True.
different types of movements and actions requiring agility.
Yeah.
So you're starting with
And
3 dice. Do you want to spend any stress to push yourself?
well, let's talk about powers. Would acrobat apply here and would it change the dice?
That is a great question. Yes, acrobat absolutely would apply here.
And do I
And
spend stress to use it?
that is another good question. So, a stunt from a power can cause increased effect or manifest in any area, a greater scale or increased range, may alter the position or effect of the action. So, I'm going to say that utilizing your acrobat will be a use of a stress. You're effectively pushing yourself,
Hmm.
but we're going from uh, risky standard to you can either make it controlled, meaning it is an easier action for you, or you could have a greater effect, meaning not only do you kick through the window and um, affect the driver in the way that you go, but you may get more if you roll well. Which would you rather do, position or effect?
Probably effect because I did describe that I wanted to take control of the driver if driving the vehicle. So I think that would be better. So I think I'm still rolling 3 dice.
You are still rolling 3 dice at this time.
Okay.
You
So
can roll more. If you would like to, so you are pushing yourself at this
yes.
point. Um, would you like to get a devil's bargain from me for an extra
Um,
die? Would you like to hear
hear what
one?
that devil's bargain would be.
Sure. Um, the devil's bargain that I offer you is that the truck will get into an accident going through this intersection.
That sounds fun. I'm going to take that. Yeah.
Cool. So you're
That's
now
four
at four
dice
dice.
with increased effect. So let me roll those.
Okay.
I got 2 6s.
That is a crit.
Yeah.
Let me pause for a second. Nocturne. Does Nocturne have like Nightcrawler has like two forefingers and a thumb, and
Yeah.
then does she also have grippy feet? I don't know.
Yeah.
Help me out, Jolene, with the words. Like Nightcrawler has the ability of like and like some kind of
Prehensile.
He-
prehensile. That is it. See,
Well,
when I
that's
hear
his
prehensile, I
tail,
think tail,
but
Right.
but
that is the tail. The he's got suction cups on his feet.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
And
the
I
tiny
think
micro suction cups on their feet
again,
and
it's been a
hands.
couple of weeks since I've looked through the wiki stuff, but I think his powers they are added. I don't think they're like natural. I could be wrong, but Nocturne does not have the sucky stuff, but
Okay.
does have the 2 fingers. Her feet right now are in boots.
Okay.
Um, but she does have a tail,
Okay.
a prehensile tail. Yeah.
Awesome and adorable. Sweet. You come through the window, crit success. What does this look like just before the accident?
Yeah. So I think what this looks like is she grabs hold of the back of the cab, smashes through the window, shards kind of fly through the cab of the window. We see it kind of break apart in kind of slow motion. And when she enters through the window, um, the leg thrust that she's done knocks out the driver, and she starts to steer, and that's whenever the truck starts to fishtail and run into somebody else. Yeah.
Nice. Yes, yes, yes. That looks great. Awesome. So, truck barrels forward. Are you in? Did you like enter the driver's?
Yes. So I
Okay,
think
so
what
you're in the
happened
cab.
literally was I knocked the guy. He kind of slumped down into the lap of the other passengers, and I'm in the driver's seat, you know, trying to get him out of the way so I can take over.
Okay. And Rod, remind me, is Kate still in the bed of the truck, or had she tried to enter?
I think she was at the bed the last time
Okay,
we left her
cool.
off. Yeah.
That's how I remembered it too. I just want to make sure we were on the same page. Awesome.
Yeah.
I think though they had opened up like the sliding
They
window.
had. Right.
Yeah.
Yes, because the driver did not want to have his windows broken, which just happened. So, uh, truck sideswiped by a cab and sends it spinning a couple of times into, say, it takes out one of the like newspaper stands. The guy jumps out the back in a very A team. People don't get hurt because they have amazing reflexes way, but the newspaper stand explodes from not actual fire explosions, just newspaper thrown everywhere as the truck skids and hops the curb and tips into, we'll say, like a bodega. Glass showers over everyone. You have a moment. Sorry, there's a comment in chat that made me laugh. That was a good one. There's a moment, Hawkeye, as these tracksuit mafia guys are, um, you know, seeing birds, trying to figure out what's going on. Maritza is trying to. They've duct taped her hands. She's trying to take off the hood on her head, but she's very, very dizzy. The driver's side, I think, I'm going to go for a bit of realism, Steven. Is this okay with you? The airbags inflate.
Oh. Hmm.
That never happens in TV. Do you guys ever notice that? Like, I never see airbags actually go off in an action show where a car crashes. So I think the idea of airbags going off and just kind of filling up the room for a moment gives you, Kate, a moment to do something. What would you like to do?
Oh, so I yell, Maritza, duck. I'm gonna kick the back window in
Mm-hmm.
so that it hits the tracksuit people to her side, on each side of her,
Nice. And they're getting
knocking
pushed
them back.
back. So I think you've got a controlled position here. Um, and what approach are you using to try to attack these guys with the window?
Quick, because I want to take advantage of the situation.
Sounds good. You're not shooting, so I don't think a skill comes here.
Yeah.
So you are in what this game calls badass range. Let's briefly talk about what that actually means. So when you are, Rich just got to look it up to read it exactly. Dang it. I believe you can spend multiple stress, but I was just looking at this. Apologies. I'm just going to actually go into the PDF itself and search. Okay. While in this state, you can re-roll your entire dice pool by adding another stress die. So let's just build the roll. That just means you've got the ability to do just spend one stress and you get a re-roll. So you're doing this quickly,
Hmm.
and you are, as I said, you're in a controlled position. Do you want to push yourself to get yourself another die, or would you like a devil's bargain? Those are two different questions.
Uh, what's the price for pushing myself?
Push
Or the
yourself
cost?
adds a stress die, and you would roll that stress die separately from the two dice that you're rolling right now.
All right. And what's the devil's bargain?
The devil's bargain is, and again, a devil's bargain means that this is true. If you accept it, it's not a thing that you are going to resist.
Mhm.
I think the devil's bargain, if you take it, is that Maritza is she's knocked out, so not going to be able to run alongside you. Someone's going to have to carry or drag her away.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. So, you will have 3 dice then, none of which are stress. So you just roll 3 dice straight up. You are in a controlled position. This is a standard effect. Good luck.
I think I got a 6.
I see a
Did I
6,
get
a
a
3, and a
6?
2. A 6 is a full success.
Okay,
You
cool.
kick the back. Um, kind of, did you grab, like, I think there's one of those light bars on the top, and you grab that and kick it real hard. Glass
Sure.
comes down, shatters over these guys, clock them on the back of the head as they are trying to force their way past the airbags. And yeah, they're in rough shape. Nocturne, one of the tracksuit mafia guys shoots his gun to try to get this airbag off of him. Uh, what do you do?
Um, I think I see the hand whip out with a gun, with a weapon. I'm going to assume it's pointed at me. I'm going to grab his arm and put it in a different place so he's not shooting anyone in the cab or towards bystanders. So probably towards the roof of the truck.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Then yeah, let's put that to a roll to see if you can effectively disarm or aim him otherwise so he doesn't hurt anyone else. What approach are you using? Don't think you're being sneaky.
Quickly,
Yeah,
and don't think traverse would account here.
I agree.
And I'm not. Uh, oh. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to leave it at that. And I don't think I have a power that. Oh no. So acrobat is superhuman reflexes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spin that. I'm going to
Okay.
spend a stress to activate that and make that 3 dice.
Boom. You're now also in badass range, which means that after you make this roll, if you don't like it, you can spin a stress and re-roll. So you're rolling 3 dice. Do you want a devil's bargain?
Oh, I'd like to hear it.
A devil's bargain for you trying to aim this gun. I think what happens with this devil's bargain is that it whether you succeed or not, this gun will go off and the airbag is filled with very hot gas, which will like fill the cab and everyone inside will take some harm.
I think I'm not going to take that because,
Okay.
we're here to help out, you know, um, the kidnapped woman, and we don't want to hurt her any
Fair
more than
enough.
we
I
already
just want to
have.
see how much mileage I could get out of airbags
Exactly.
existing in an action movie, earlier
Yeah,
action
yeah.
sequence. Okay.
Okay, so
Cool.
I'm going to roll that 3d6.
Yep, 3d6. Oh,
Ooh,
that looks terrible. Would you like
it
to
does.
would you like a reroll by
I
using
am.
your
I'm going to
badass
spend a
capability?
stress,
All right.
and let's see if I can if I'm going to roll again. Oh, so that
Wow.
went from like a 1-2-2 to a 2-6-6. So that's a
That's from
crit.
0 to hero. What
Yeah.
that is a crit. I think that crit saves the day. I feel like we've seen enough of the tracksuit mafia, so I would like to see how is it that you not only cause this guy to not shoot anyone or hurt anyone, but you and Kate can wrap this up and um, she is unconscious, but you can get Maritza out of there.
How many people were there in the front seat other than the kidnapped victim?
Oh, I
Were
was
there
thinking it was like a two row. So
Oh,
there were
okay.
3 guys,
3 guys?
one in the
So
back and
yeah.
2 up front with Maritza. So
So I think that again, as a plug to forward, whenever I move the arm, I twist it. The tracksuit mafia guy fires, but the roof of the truck has been made bulletproof, so it rebounds off of that, and the angle that I've, pushed it at hits his buddy in the shoulder. So one is unconscious from whenever I came in. The other one, I've got his arm and I twist it. He drops his weapon, and the third is wounded. And I think that's whenever they give up.
Yeah, and the window came in on the back of him as well,
Yeah.
so he's in rough shape. Sweet. Um, we hear sirens in the distance, and you guys are able to finagle your way, getting Maritza out of this vehicle. Let's. Yes.
Um, as I hear the sirens, I turn to Kate and I'm like, "Have you got this?" And before there's an answer, I pop off and just GTFO, right? It's like I'm not gonna stick around for the cops.
And I just say, does she have to fart before she leaves?
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I'll grab Maritza. I want to question her, so I'm taking her off
Cool.
scene.
And you've got
Yeah.
some kind of dagger, something that you can cut the duct tape that they've thrown around her wrists, and we'll pick up with you having a brief conversation with Yo-Yo's older sister. But now let's see Yo-Yo. So Yo-Yo, we last saw you in the deli. You had witnessed that a sleek black SUV with tinted windows, the window had come down as Electra is moving forth to greet Cindy Moon, reporter, and a gun barrel came out from the driver's side. So, Yo-Yo, what do you wish to do?
Quick question first is do I just see the barrel or do I see the person who is holding
Oh,
the
you see
gun?
their like mirrored shades.
Okay. Uh, I think I'm just going to jump quick into action and we're inside the deli, right? So there's like a
Correct.
glass. Yeah, that's going to break. I'm going to just quickly kind of channel my energy, my heat, my blue fire towards that gun barrel. I'm going to try to melt it.
Wow. So your plan then is to just unleash through the window across the sidewalk to the street to
Yep.
try to take out the gun barrel.
Yeah, I just try to do a direct hit quickly, flashily, because those are
That's
two
very
things I could
flashy.
use.
That is for sure. Okay. Sounds like your approach is flashy,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay. I don't think you're trying to manipulate anyone with this, so I don't think your one
No.
skill is comes to bear. But your elementalist power, absolutely. So you you have two dice to start.
Okay.
You can use a stunt from your power. I think this elementalist, your manifestation of permafrost, that's what you're trying to do.
Right. Yep.
So that can increase effect or manifest in any area at a greater scale, increase range. You can alter the position or the effect of the action. We'll say that you will have a greater effect on the weapon because this is like a crazy huge power that you're just willy-nilly throwing out, and I
Yep.
love it,
Yep.
and I
Yep.
want
Yep.
to encourage that. So, do you wish to push yourself by adding a stress die or swapping out that greater effect to have a controlled position instead?
Okay. So help me out with this.
Yeah,
If I
it's a
use,
whole lot of bits. My recommendation is if you want to have a third die,
Mhm.
spend a stress for pushing yourself to get an extra die, or listen to what I have to say about a devil's bargain.
uh, is it possible to do both, or do I have to choose?
It's possible to do both. Let me double check. Can you get two dice or devil's bargain? Okay. Stunt power action, devil bargain. And let's see, action rolls, modifying. And it does not seem exclusive, so you can add a stress die and take a devil's bargain in the list of modifying the action roll. So yes, you can do both.
Okay. All right. Cool. I will take the stress, and then I would like to hear your devil's bargain.
Okay. So you're now up to stress of three. And the devil's bargain that I offer is the one that just most logically came to mind with this flashy display is that it is witnessed by many people that you are unleashing this crazy mutant power in the middle of in the street downtown.
That sounds like something that's going to piss Electra off, so I will take it.
Did you hear that, Electra? You are the reason for this devil's bargain being accepted. And I just want to say thank you. Cool. Then that means you're rolling 4 dice.
Okay. Now, I have two sets of dice here because I wanted to try this all out. With a dice roller, do I just do like hover
Well,
over
that's
the
the thing.
D6?
You have spent a stress for an extra die, so you're going to be rolling 3 regular dice and then 1 die separately. That is your stress die.
Okay. Do I just click like hover over like the D6 and click it 3 times or
Yes.
in the dice roller? Got
Yeah.
it. I'll do that first. So I'll do the blues are going to be the regular and the yellow will be the stress.
Go, dice, go.
And then I guess I could have done that all together, but I'll do that separately.
Oh, it's all good. Oh, that stinks. I had the thing where it turns off, but we'll have to see. We gotta. Oh, they're so small.
6.
Okay. 5,
Yep.
2, 6 on your regular dice. Your stress die is a 4. That is a full success. Fantastic. Good job. So, what you've taken out that gun barrel. It is done. Greater effect. It happens. But tell me, what does it look like? This is the first time we've seen your powers on screen.
I think it just looks like we had talked last time, so she's kind of scrolling on her phone, not listening to the other two at all, except for throwing like sassy quips. I think she's got her phone in one hand and then she kind of like holds her other hand up to the window, and like it's like a spiral of flame that just shoots out directly towards the gun barrel and probably like wraps around it and melts it kind of slowly as it gets closer and closer towards the stock.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I can't really see inside, so I don't know how it affects the guy who's holding the gun. So I just do that and then just kind of go back to what I was doing, scrolling through my phone.
Great. Um, Diamondback, you you were
Sitting next to
seated.
Hellfrost, so
Yeah, I think you're right by Hellfrost, so you get front row seat to that. What do you
yeah.
do?
Well, I was concerned about Cindy at first, but now this clearly is. What did you just do?
Saved your life.
You want to elaborate? Because if we're in danger, I doubt you've stopped all of the danger, and we should get out there and check or take cover.
Um, okay. I'm gonna just like slip underneath the table real quick. Take cover.
We say,
I'm gonna take her phone away.
You're quicker than I am, so you do it.
Get your head in the game, Hellfrost.
uh, Electra, you come forward, Cindy Moon. You being Electra, I think you notice the bright flash and the sudden snap cold behind you more quickly than Cindy Moon does, but you track her eyes watching the gout of ice flame just arc across the sidewalk and over top of a car and hit an SUV. What do you do, Electra?
Well, I was going to say that I wasn't as fast as Cindy, and she was either going to like push me out of the way or like jump to the ceiling and bring me
Hmm.
with her. But I think maybe this is just since it's a rival, like it's not a great relationship right now. It's like a red
It's
instead of a
true.
green. I think she just goes straight for the ceiling. Um, and, and actually maybe like kicks off my shoulder to do it.
Cool. Okay.
So, um, I think what I would do is like out of instinct is like tuck and roll into cover and then I'll see the two of them talking, and uh well, I'll be angry um at both of them because they both deserve it for some reason or another. Um
What the
but
fuck?
I will say to them, um
That SUV is now it's like speeding up to try to take off.
okay. I thought people were gonna be like coming out of the vehicle. Okay, my bad. Um and then I'll basically so Yo-Yo, it's important for you not to be caught. Is that right? Is that something that's important for you or not important for you? Like to
Uh,
not to be outed, I guess. Or are you obviously a mutant with like your I don't know what you look like. I'm sorry. I don't remember what you look like.
I don't think I'm obviously a mutant. I think this probably draws more attention than uh, I uh, I should be more careful. I am not. Um, I
Okay.
think I am on the run from various groups and forces. So yeah, I feel like I have a lot of people in my life who tell me I should be more careful than I am, and that it's going to catch up with me, and I usually don't listen.
Cool. So what I'll instead of all of that, Rich, I will say that like I roll off of being kicked on the shoulder and I say, so rewind to all of that for a second, and I say, Diamondback, take out their tires. Cindy, take care of Yo-Yo, and I run out there, hoping
nice.
that like the vehicle will come to a screeching halt when its tires aren't inflated anymore.
This seems like a thing that Diamondback could do if she were off of mind. You've been given an order, Diamondback.
Yeah, I mean, there's a hole
How
in the window
quickly do
now.
you follow uh, Auntie Electra's directives?
I gotta, time this right because I want to make sure when I blow the tire that there's no other cars or pedestrians in the way. So,
Hmm.
and then, oh, bam, throwing a diamond. That's my sound effect. Well, bam.
Bam.
Stabs in, and then waits a little bit, and then boom.
All right. Well, let's see. Sounds like you are utilizing your, what are they called? Your little diamond things?
Trick diamonds.
Trick diamonds. Let's see it. Let's see you utilize a trick diamond here.
All right.
Do you still Are you still able to take a stress for helping dice, or is that only for previous editions of Blades?
Um, are you asking if Electra can help Diamondback? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
asking.
You
Does me
can
pointing
spend,
out?
you
Yeah.
can help someone, yes. Um,
Okay.
and teamwork there are a few different ways you can set up a teammate with your action.
Okay.
Um, that is how you do it. So yeah, so you set someone up with an action.
Okay.
Yep. And if you succeed, your teammate who follows either gets either improved effect or improved position.
Oh, okay. So it requires a roll from me first.
It does.
Okay. Okay. That's different than
It
I
is.
prefer.
Normally you just spend a stress, but it looks like the teamwork is either group action, protecting someone by using resistance, or setting someone up, which is a entire action.
Okay. Well, I will be putting myself in position to resist any blowback from this, but I won't be spending a stress to um, help. Is I can't imagine that me telling her to use her trick diamonds is helping her all that much.
No.
If you want to hit some dice, you can do that based on these rules. I do not want to discourage you helping a teammate.
Yeah, yeah. I think I would like to resist any complications. Hopefully, try to resist any complications I can.
Okay, so then your plan is to protect if Diamondback suffers some conflict. Okay, sounds good.
Correct.
All right, Diamondback, let's build that roll.
Okay.
What's your approach?
I think Careful.
Carefully flinging
I
a trick
described
diamond.
it as timing it right to avoid others getting caught in the blast.
There we go.
Well, otherwise,
Um,
you want me to roll forceful? I'll roll forceful.
are you inclined to? Are you trying to break or sabotage a thing? It sounds like it.
Yeah.
So your unfix should
Okay.
apply that skill.
Oh,
So you've
cool.
got three
Yeah.
dice to start.
All right.
You are using trick diamonds, which is going to give you greater effect against the vehicle's tires. Would you like to push yourself by adding a stress die?
Yeah. What's
Would
the
you
devil?
like Devil's
Depend.
Bargain? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a devil's bargain.
Okay. You will
You
like to
don't
hear
even
it.
have to tell me what it is,
Oh
right?
my gosh. Well, now I have to make it terrible, so you will regret it. No, I don't want to do that. What is a good devil's bargain? I'm willing to hear from the table if folks are inspired by a devil's bargain for Diamondback flinging a trick diamond carefully across the city street
I'm
to
gonna roll
take out
before
this
you
SUV.
even say what it is. What
It
happens? I don't remember how these work. So
To find
it
these.
flips the vehicle.
Ooh.
it's a very powerful diamond, you know?
What
Well,
about if
here's the
there's
thing though, that if you fail, so a devil's bargain needs to happen
Right,
regardless of
right,
success or failure.
what
right,
if
Oh,
right.
there's a second vehicle behind it? Um, a second SUV
all
Oh,
right.
coming in.
reinforcements.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not just one vehicle and there's a second SUV. That sounds fun. You've taken it already, so yeah, there we go.
Yeah. No, I'm
Lord
sticking with
Foltz.
it. Yeah. Roll. There's a six.
Delightful.
Jeez.
Um, yeah, with greater effect, you're absolutely going to take out that tire. What does your trick diamond look like? I've never even seen it in
Oh,
comics, so I want to know.
I mean, all right. Uh, they look like diamonds. That's like, well, here's the little stuffy from McDonald's. I'll hold it up to the mic or the camera. Those are like
Okay.
those little diamonds that she
Okay,
throws.
so they don't grow bigger. They don't.
No.
They just these crazy diamonds she can throw.
Yeah, like they can explode. They can be filled with acid. They can be filled with t venom. They can just knock people out. There's various effects. It's like trick arrows, but in diamonds, so they don't go as far, but because she's throwing them.
Cool.
But like, I think trick arrows can do way more. So
We'll find out. We've
yeah,
got a trick arrow person, so we'll
yeah.
find out about that.
Look,
Awesome.
I don't have no electromagnet diamonds like Kate
Yet,
Bishop has, or
too
diamonds that
bad.
shoot more diamonds.
You got to save up for that.
Yeah.
Sweet. So you fling some diamonds. They travel a very long distance, but they are small. They're quite wee, and you're good at flinging things.
Yeah, I'm real good at throwing these.
And the Hellfrost, she opened the window for you
Yeah,
with her
I know.
powers, so easy enough. Boom! It skids a little bit and
Kaboom!
hits. Yeah, I think the
Tire
tire blows
explodes.
out and it slams into rear end someone. The second SUV, there are a couple of people who get out of that SUV. One of them is a person you've recognized, Diamondback, from your Serpent Society days. He is wearing a black and gold suit, and he has these weird little whip type things.
Ah, shit. Okay, we're getting out of here, kid.
Diamond, I'm calling you out.
God damn it, Frank.
So, uh, Electra, I think Cindy went up on the ceiling and then falls down because she's not wearing her uniform. She's like, "Oh no!" and falls, but just happens to go behind the deli counter, and she
Sure,
is out of this. She does not want to fight this fight. It's not her
sure.
problem.
Um,
What do you want to do?
so they're out of the vehicle at this point.
Yes, there are two
Okay,
individuals who've come out of the vehicle.
okay. I will um I'll jump on the hood and do like this like normally like a sweep kick, but it's to their face, um, and knock one of them out.
Okay. So just so we're clear, you're like, are you going through the window that has been opened up by Hellfrost powers? Are you going out the front door of the deli and running across the sidewalk?
So in my mind, when I was getting in position to resist stuff for
Hmm.
Diamondback, I imagined that I was leaving via the big hole in the wall. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Then, yeah, you come out, you're on the street. Do you know the Serpent Society, Electra?
What's best dramatically?
I have
Um,
no idea.
I like the idea that they're like an unknown quantity to me, so I wouldn't know how to counter their powers or anything like that. Maybe
Okay,
they're West Coast and I'm East Coast or something like that.
sure. So there's a guy with some weird metal whips and a lady who comes out with him who looks kind of wee, like skinny, and long braids. Uh, Diamondback, this would be Fer-de-Lance.
Yeah, yeah, no. I
Okay.
gotcha. I'm looking at the
Okay,
NPCs tab, so that's why I got you.
so there's no goons. Okay, so uh, I will I will make a judgment call. I'll jump onto the hood and then try to like kick the whip person in the face.
That sounds amazing. So you're now entering into battle with a dangerous foe, Electra.
Sweet.
You're going against a Constrictor. What approach are you using here?
Okay. Forceful. Like I really want to
This
kick
sounds
him in the
hot. Do
face hard.
you? What is your skill? Kick ass. Hey, that skill applies here. You are trying to literally kick some ass here.
Okay.
So you've got um, two dice right now, starting off. Do
Um,
you? Yes.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just asking, do you feel any of your powers or stunts from your powers apply?
Well, I have basically a ninja style like acrobatic manifestation. So, um, is that what gives me the ability to describe what I did, or does that enhance what I just described?
I feel that, well, you have yet to describe any manifestations, but I'm not going to be super worried about
Oh,
that.
oh,
So,
I was supposed to. Okay.
yeah, that
Yeah,
kind of
I see.
it's another fuzzy thing, but a stunt from a power can either increase your effect here or increase the improve your position.
I gotcha.
And that happens without it appears it happens without having to spend stress for it
Okay.
because that makes sense to me.
Well, I'm gonna say that since I'm not quite in like ninja gear or ninja mode at the moment, it's not manifesting.
Okay.
Um, so uh, so I've got two dice, and then I can
You
either push myself or take
correct.
a devil's bargain.
Or you can
Uh,
actually do both.
oh,
In this, it does not preclude in the way it does
oh,
with normal Blaze in the Dark. From what I am seeing, you can do both.
okay. Um, okay. So is it too stressed to push oneself?
It is add a stress die. Um,
Oh, add a stress die. Okay.
yeah, so I feel like I'm misreading this because it's not saying spend a stress. It's saying you can add a stress die to improve your dice pool or to activate your power. And if
That
you
makes
add a
sense.
stress, yeah,
I just read something about if the stress die is the
Higher.
highest out of all the dice that you roll,
then your stress goes
and
up.
it's higher than your stress, then it goes up.
Right.
That
So the
Oh,
stress die
that
can
changes
That's
take
things
you out.
considerably.
that really
Yeah,
does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's interesting.
I vastly prefer that than having to spend stress. So
Yeah.
let's swap to that, and I apologize to folks who got burned to stress by my incorrect reading of how stress dice work.
My
I
roll was a
guess
4, which is higher than 2, so it would have been normal for me. Like
Okay.
my stress would have gone up.
so. I'll
But it
say that
wasn't your
the
highest die, though.
It wasn't, but it was still higher than my current
It
stress.
has to be both.
Yeah, has to be
Oh,
both. So go ahead and
take
tick
it
down your
off.
stress by one step.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me
That
click some
relieves some
dice.
of my
You
tension
worry,
or
right?
worry
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Stephen.
Yeah. So it's um one, let's see,
Oh, that's really interesting now.
2, 3.
Would you like to hear a devil's bargain?
Um, no, I think like 3 dice is cool.
Okay, I
Um,
would agree. It's pretty cool. 3 dice are good. Those 3 dice are not good.
okay.
I see a two, a
So
three, and a one. Is that what you see?
yeah, that is what I see.
Okay. That is a failure. So here's what happens. This guy, Constrictor, you come in, I think you kick him right across the head, um,
Yeah,
and he whips you with both of these metal whips, and they wrap around you, and they constrict. Because I'm the Constrictor, baby! He screams out because he calls out his powers. That's the kind of bad guy that this
sure.
Constrictor is.
Cool. I
Um,
love it.
God damn it,
you
Frank.
will be taking damage. So damage is not a harm level, but it is stress. And I'm going to say that this will be 2 stress that he puts on you, unless you would like to resist it. Now, this gets
Okay.
weird. Sorry, pausing
Yeah,
for
yeah,
just a second.
yeah,
This gets
yeah, yeah.
weird because resisting can give you stress. So at least the way resist works in normal Force in the Dark and appears to also work here is that you say, no, I don't want that to happen. I'm going to resist it. You pick one of your 3 resistances: mental, social, or physical. You roll that number of dice, and then your highest die, you take 6 minus the highest die. This is me remembering Forged in the Dark, so I'm
Right.
trying to make sure
Yeah,
that that is
yeah,
true here as
yeah.
well.
That's how much stress you take.
And it's how much stress you take. But you're already taking stress, which is the damage. So that seems duplicative in a weird way. Um, it,
I won't
resist a
resist.
consequence by rolling 1 stress die. Each consequence level for each consequence level and 1 normal die for each appropriate resistance. You automatically resist all or part of the consequence if you roll. You must resist harm consequences.
Must resist harm consequence. Oh, okay.
Yep.
So the way I read that is that in order to resist, you roll 1 stress die for each kind of, how bad it is, and 1 normal die for your resistance. And then I think the same rule applies. If the stress die is the higher of them, then and it's higher than your existing stress level, then you take stress.
Which is kind of counterproductive, but yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that was where I was headed. So the resistance is based the amount of the default levels shown below: controlled, risky, desperate. Um, I can change the level up or down based on the fiction and the level of so you have a level 2 consequence coming your way.
Okay.
You can resist the consequence from any action. Talking about how you do it, you roll 1 stress die for each consequence level, so it's 2 stress die, and 1 normal die for each appropriate resistance. So, what do you have physical? Because it's a
I do.
physical attack.
Yeah.
So that's
All right, so
three dice.
3 dice.
When a resistance roll is made, you automatically resist all or part of the consequence. If the stress die is higher than all the normal dice, increase your stress level by 1. Wow, that's radically different from resistance
Wait,
in
where's that
Forged.
part?
Okay, or in Blades.
Where's that part? Or where does it say
I'm
that part?
reading from the PDF. I will drop
Okay.
this bit in chat just so we can see it.
I
So
have a 4-2-4.
okay, which one of those was the stress die?
The first one, the 4.
Shouldn't there
Okay.
be 2 stress die? Because you said
No, it
level
would
2
be
consequence.
Yeah, it's there's a good point. So yes, you are rolling stress dice is two. That is a good
Okay.
point. So it would be two dice that are stress, and one is resistance, which means it doesn't cost you as much. Give me a sec. There were
Okay.
a lot of text. There was a lot of text, so I had to
The
pare
way
it.
I'm doing it is just like starting from the left, those are all the stress dice. And then after I'm done with that, the next
Okay,
number is
so
not
you're saying
stressed.
stress die four, stress die two, not stress die four,
Yeah.
left to right. That
Yep.
that works perfectly
That
fine. Let's
actually
just
works
say
real
this.
good. So
You
It's
you
not,
what?
I've heard it from somewhere else. Yeah. So,
Left to right. Okay. So, your highest die is a four, which is a success, and then if the
okay.
stress die is higher than all of the normal dice, it is not higher, it is the same.
Okay.
Therefore, you do not increase your stress level,
Okay.
interesting.
which sounds like you do not take harm from it. You're able to resist this. It is cosmetic, but you're not taking stress for it when he tries to constrict you.
Okay. I'm not going to
Sorry.
resist the constriction. That's
Okay.
fine. I do have like I imagine like some blood out of the mouth kind of thing. If that's not bad.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna
but
swing back to Hellfrost. Uh, it sounds like there's a lot going on outside above the table
Above the table. Yeah.
at your in your booth.
Yeah. So I had heard, I think, Electra say that the reporter should take care of me, which clearly I must have heard wrong because I would be taking care of the reporter. She's just a reporter. But then I hear constrictors say, what do you say? It's constricting time. So I
Sure.
kind of like
Yeah.
start towards like where I saw Cindy drop behind the counter and it's like, ah, Auntie. And then I step outside of the window and I think I'm just gonna like shoot out a couple like small energy beams towards the. Are you like Electra's still wrapped up right now, right?
Yes.
No, I think it maybe just like hit the guy in the face. It's probably just easier.
Okay.
So yeah,
Sweet. So let's. So you want to hit the guy who he is concentrating on trying to constrict Electra right now.
okay. Mm-hmm.
He's also looking around for Diamondback and ignoring you. You're in BD in his book. You're no big deal. You're just some
For
scrawny little
now,
tattooed girl, as far as he is concerned. What approach are you using?
I think it's quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, just launching myself out and going right away.
Does not feel like you're trying to manipulate.
Oh,
So you're starting with a base of two.
okay.
So, with our
Yeah,
new seeing how stress works, do you want to pull a stress into this roll and risk your stress going up?
I sure do.
That
Yeah,
seems like a good call. Um, do you want a devil's bargain?
my name is Hellfrost. Of course I do.
Your rival is going to get a cheap shot on you.
Let's take it.
All right.
All right. Again, doing the yellow is going to be the stress die.
Okay.
Let's see. And then stress. Looks like
Okay.
two sixes on the.
That looks like the best possible roll. That is a critical success. That's amazing. You said you were throwing some kind of beams, is that correct?
Yeah, actually, yeah, yeah. It's just kind of like the like small instead of like a big stream of energy. It's like just two small ones out of both my hands.
Okay, it just
Uh,
like comes out of your hands.
like embers instead of a big gout of flame.
Cool. Sorry, I know Zach has watched Gifted, so I'm going to talk Gifted TV show for a second. Is it kind of like the frosty version of the beams that what's his name could do that was
Eclipse.
with Polaris's boyfriend?
Yeah, Marcos.
Yeah, Marcos. Thank you. I
Yep.
can't remember what was his like mutant
His name
name.
is Eclipse.
Eclipse. because that's just not a name I would think of for a guy with laser hand powers. But okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah,
Um,
essentially that.
his real name was almost Havoc, but not quite Havoc. Anyway, boom. So you shoot these beams, critical success. He's knocked back, Elektra, and his constriction coils release you. Uh, Hellfrost, you have a moment to enjoy your victory before you are cold cocked by Teresa Vasquez, Fleur de Lance, with her super strength. It's going to send you flying back through a different window into the same deli.
Great.
I told you to keep low, kid.
You need the help.
You helped. You got Auntie Electra free. So this is a risky position harm. So it's basically two harm. You're going to need to roll two stress die.
Yep.
Do you have a physical resistance?
I do not.
Okay. So now you just need to get a success. Here's where it gets weird, right? Because if you roll a success, you take no harm. But if the stress die result is higher than your normal dice, you increase your stress by one. That seems weird to me.
It has to be higher than her stress also.
Right, but if you
Current
happen to have a
stress.
stress of three and you have no resistance in that, then you're rolling stress
You're
to
just rolling
succeed
stress
in.
dice.
Right.
You're just rolling stress dice, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, there is.
Like, but look at the two possible outcomes. One, you don't roll higher than your stress, but it's not a success, so the harm happens. Or you do roll higher than your stress, which makes it a success, which means you gain stress. And harm is stress.
Well, it's GM's discretion. So.
It is.
Well, I think in that case, the fictional thing of what's going on is if you don't have any resistance in this case, then
Mhm.
what happens is either you fail, or if you succeed, then how did it cause you stress to get out of this? Right? Um, I had to wiggle out of constrictor's coils or something like that. I scraped myself getting under the fence. If you fail, then the event would happen anyway. And would you take harm at that point?
I, I, I I
Yeah,
think yes, which
I think
means
so.
like
But
that's the thing, and the harm is stress. So it's like
so
you're rolling to take stress or take stress. That's the
in
part where I don't
Well,
quite.
in the
I think
in
it puts you in a better narrative position. If you succeed, you're in a better narrative position, but you're still taking the
so
damage.
what? So my question is, what's the normal situation? Like, say you wanted to roll flashily, but you have no dots in flashily. Isn't it like you roll two dice and take the
Take
lower
the
one?
worst. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've
So
been trying to say. Yeah.
so yeah. Oh, sorry, Kai. But wouldn't that be what Hellfrost has to do here? Rolls the consequence level, and then she has no resistance in physical, so she has to roll two extra dice and take the worst result.
That's a really clever idea. And it's not covered in the rules.
Yeah. So
So,
theoretically, she could roll two
mhm.
sixes on the resistance,
But it at
despite
least gives us a possibility for the die roll result to not be you either take stress or you take stress. So I like
yeah.
it. Okay. So to restate, Zach, for Hellfrost, you're going to roll a resistance. You have two harm, or basically two that are coming at you. You have to roll two stress dice for that.
Yep.
You don't have resistance for this. So you're going to roll two other dice and take the worst of the two.
Okay. Cool. The two stress die
And I
will
recommend
be the yellow ones that
going
do that
left to
first.
right on it.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you want to do two different dice, Zach, you can. If you
It's
want to
easier
do
for the
all four one.
visual.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just do the stress first, and then I'll do the disadvantage dice essentially. Oops. Didn't mean to click hidden. It was a 6 and a 1,
I think you can click a button that unhides
and
them.
then let's see if I do that again.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
You're still hidden.
Oops, I don't know what that
Oh,
was.
good.
Yeah, sorry, but there's a 6 and a 1, and then so these are the other.
Okay, so 6 and a 1, those are the stress ones, right? And then a 6 and a 3.
Yep.
So you take
And
the 3 from your resistance and a 6 from stress. 6 is the best, which means your stress goes up.
Okay.
You resist the harm, but yeah,
Well,
it's again the like you resisted the harm, but you take the harm, which is still
Well, I think in this case, if you think about it, the stress is getting you closer to being a badass.
that's
So
true.
it is it's both a threat and
A boon.
a a boon. Yeah.
Okay,
well, it
so
says
your
like,
stress will go up by one,
Marked it.
well,
and you are. Oh, sorry.
it also says you resist all or part of the consequences. So you're the
Right.
GM, so
I'm gonna say you still get thrown through other
it really
window.
should just be like
In
GM's description, what happens
yeah,
there. That
exactly.
all or part of is very confusing.
It is very. Yep. 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 2 more sessions, 1.5 sessions. Uh,
It's the only part of all this that's confusing though. Everything else is so well
really?
written.
Yeah, we figured it out after rereading a couple times,
The
but
stress part is actually kind of exciting and interesting.
yeah,
That's a neat risk reward thing of adding a stress die in for a bonus. I like that. The
yeah,
resisting needs some work. That's
yeah.
fine. Let's keep going. So Hellfrost, you get knocked down. You're back in the deli. Um, People are like running for bathroom doorway. There's a big fight with superheroes going on right outside. You catch sight of Cindy Moon, who Electra said would protect you. She's on the other side of the deli, eating a sandwich, and
Cindy.
watching this.
Do
You're
I
out there
land
fighting
next to
constrictors.
her?
She's just enjoying this. This is pretty wild.
She should be taking pictures if nothing else.
Is she a photojournalist?
Well,
I'm okay with that.
now
If
that
you,
here
nowadays
she
with your
is.
phones, everybody can be a
Mhm.
she's
photojournalist.
like she's yeah, so eating one hand, snapping photos with the other. They're all in
Analog.
portrait mode. Ooh, maybe she's not the best journalist. Okay, let's swing back out to
It's
Diamond.
the Daily Bugle TikTok.
Oh, did you want to take the bio break after Hellfrost action, or
Um, I think
I'm good
Hellfrost took
either
her action.
way.
Hellfrost
Uh,
just finished her action, and
yeah.
then that was the
Well, you.
reaction to it. I
Oh,
did
yeah.
say we're going to take a bio break. I was actually thinking it would be after the fight, but I think now is as
Gotcha.
good as any
Yeah,
time.
now it works for me too. So
Okay, let's take our mid-game bio break, friends. Okay, we're back. We just finished up with Hellfrost, um, taking Constrictor down a peg and getting cold cocked by her rival and sent flying back into the diner to discover Cindy Moon, aka Silk, um, eating someone else's sandwich because she didn't have time to order a sandwich, and getting some footage for the Bugle, I guess, with her phone of this fight from inside the diner. Let's circle back around to Diamondback. You've just witnessed
yeah,
Electra
yeah.
bound out, fight Constrictor, get constricted, get unconstricted. You've taken out the front SUV. What would you like to do, Diamondback?
So I think like Rachel doesn't see. Rachel comes out and she's like, "God damn it, Frank!" But then she sees that he's been knocked out, and she looks back to Hellfrost and is like, "All right, good job. Okay, that's on me. Good job." Uh, but then Teresa's there, and it's like, "Ugh, this. All right," and like she checks for Elektra to see, yeah, what's the state of Elektra currently? Annoyed, but that's a usual state.
That's
So
default.
Yeah, how's that even different?
I don't know. Like you said, I think you said the constrictor was knocked out. I didn't see that in my head, but yeah, I just got out of the constriction from the shot that Hellfrost sent.
I think he
Um,
was taken down a peg, not necessarily taken down. So, uh, dropped his constrictor whips around Elektra. Is now trying to figure out, okay, is this worth it? He's looking towards the diner like he's looking for someone. You guys are just
yeah,
in his way.
well, I'm there now, Frank.
That's true, you are.
So yeah, she's gonna like palm a bunch of diamonds ready. I was like, do we have? Do you really want to do this right now?
Just let me kill the reporter. Come on. For old time's sake.
Just because I slept with you once doesn't mean you can say for old time's sake.
I could totally say for old time's sake.
Oh God, you're so gross.
I mean, if you're asking for another round,
No,
Rage.
just that's when she just tosses like one of the ballistic diamonds, right towards him. Basically, she's tossing covering fire to get like electric. Get your ass out of there. This is we've got to save your friend.
And yeah, as you guys are having this banter, uh, Teresa Fleur, the girl
Florida.
with the long braids, she's like,
Yeah.
screw you guys, and is bounding to jump into the
Yeah, that's
diner.
when. Yeah, I'm gonna go intercept her then. You
Okay,
know,
sounds good.
flip
She
over.
does not want to be intercepted.
Yeah, of course she doesn't.
Okay.
That's like, assassins generally don't want to be intercepted.
I just adore that one of her abilities is multilingualism because she can speak English and Spanish.
Spanish, yeah. She's
Ooh,
got
what a
those.
power.
She's got those like
Like, it's an ability, but yeah.
stabby things.
Yes, she does. A foot-long
She's got those
talon
wrist.
attached to each of
Yeah,
her wrists.
yeah,
Each talon's apparently coated with poison
yeah,
because theming.
yeah. Look, I get it.
Serpent Society, come on.
Yeah.
Yes,
Those are
I,
her
I know that.
fangs.
I know her tactics.
It's true. It's true. She's got the tactics. By the way, she knocked you in, Yo-Yo, and now she's
Hmm.
coming in through the hole you made into the diner as you are there with Cindy Moon.
Okay. Do I see Diamondback nearby, or like,
Yeah, you see
is she?
Diamondbacks like chasing after her to
Yeah,
possibly intercept.
and I'm gonna try to toss some acid diamonds right to like melt off her little wrist
Yeah, take out a
stab things.
talon. Oh,
Yeah, take
that
out
sounds
the
very
talons.
tricky. I love that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Uh,
So,
Before things
like,
happen,
like they're clearly trying to kill the reporter and not me, which is nice, but also bad. So we need to stop that. It's like Electra's only friend, so we can't like let her lose a friend.
Sad is that.
right? Yeah. Before dice hits the table here, what is the helping function? I would spend stress to do that.
That's no, you don't. Um,
Okay.
to help someone, you have a couple of options. You can either protect them from repercussions by
Okay.
resisting for them, or you can give them a setup action, which means you're going to roll an action, and if you're successful, then they
That's weird.
either get improved infect or improved position.
Okay. What I was thinking is, I land? I'm pretty close to Cindy, right?
Yeah, you're like right beside her.
Yeah.
I think
So
you guys are on either sides of the counter.
okay.
She's behind the
Uh,
counter.
I think I would say like probably I don't know if this really works, but in my mind, get to where she is,
Sure,
and
easy,
then be like, hey, nice fit. That's you look hot, and then grab her sandwich and throw it at Fertilance,
amazing.
kind of as a distraction.
Okay, uh, then you get to determine is this a hoagie or like a pastrami on right? What sandwich is being thrown?
Whatever's messier.
Ooh,
Reuben.
Reuben.
Oh
Okay, so
yeah,
Reuben. Yeah, nice. So you snatch the Reuben out of her hands. Hey, and throw it
it
at
wasn't
Fleur
yours
de Lance.
anyway. Yeah.
I was gonna pay for it.
What's she though? Let's see you do that roll. Um,
Okay.
let's say what approach are you using, Hellfrost?
Quickly.
Okay. And I don't think you're manipulating, so you're rolling two dice to start. Do you want to risk a stress die by bringing it into your total there?
Uh, and I could do the stress die even without using the powers, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. So then you're rolling three dice. Do you want to take a devil's bargain?
Yeah.
Man, I need to up my
For a
devil's
sandwich
bargaining.
toss. Yeah.
A sandwich related devil's bargain. This is a thing that has to happen regardless of a success or a failure. What what is a possible devil's bargain that I could offer? Um. Oh, yeah. You're gonna end up having to pay for the sandwich. And the deli owner's gonna remember you and put a picture of you, Hellfrost, aka Yo-Yo, up by the
Dang.
counter.
I feel like that's gonna happen anyway because I already destroyed two windows. I destroyed one window and I was just almost destroyed through the second one. So yeah, I'm taking that.
Okay.
Increase
Okay.
the cruise heat. Oh no.
Oh, that's true. It's heat. Yeah, yeah, heat. Good call. Good call. Thank you for helping me make it mechanics.
Okay. Regular dice first, and then the yellow will be the
Yeah, tick
stress.
of infamy. You'll go from teddy bear to rough edges. There we go.
Woo!
That's our cost.
Nice.
Nice. Rough edges.
Rough edges.
Right, and then the stress coming in. All right, so stress is lower than the regular dice, and I got a 5.
Always rolling these secret dice, man. I love it.
It's not
Oh,
secret.
I don't know if folks are aware, but you can actually
Just click on them.
change your player name so you don't have to come up with player three. You can actually put in uh, a name. I can't
How
remember
do you
exactly how individual players do it.
how do you know what player you are?
Player three just rolled the bonus D6 of a three.
Yeah, I tried clicking on the player 3 option to see if that was what made you.
I guess I'm player 4 because I have a roll again option up there. So
Okay. Okay. Sorry. What was you did have a six? Did you say or
I got a
fives?
5.
That's a success. It's giving improved position for Diamondback to acid this Talon before Fleur de Lance is able to stab and poison Cindy Moon.
hmm all right,
So let's see you do it. You've got improved effect.
cool. So I'm trying to do this quickly because
Makes sense.
Teresa's pretty fast and unfixed shit.
Yep. So you got two dice to start.
Yep,
Do you want to risk a stress?
sure.
Awesome. Do you want a devil's bargain?
Nah.
Okay. So
So
three dice.
the first die, I'm going to run 3d6. The first one will be the stress.
Okay. Hey, player three just became
I'm player 4.
okay. Player four is still player
4 and
four.
4.
4 and 4. It is not higher, which means your stress does not go up, and you have a mixed result.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say because who
With
really
better effect.
wants Silk to be poisoned? But I think there's some splashback damage.
Oh,
Yeah, it's acid, right?
acid.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's acid. So the acid splashes and it does the like alien movie drip onto the counter, steam coming up, but some of it splashed back on you, Diamondback,
Yeah.
because you were close. You were getting close. This is one of the risks.
Yeah.
She's going to take some harm. You are going to take some harm. And this was you had improved effect, so the talent is gone,
hmm
as is the poisoned.
She's
However,
probably screaming out in pain.
you will be taking effectively two ranks because it was a risky action of
Okay.
harm. You
Okay.
can resist that. Do you have physical
I
resistance?
do.
Well, you're quite good at it. You're
Yeah.
like
I
all
only have
physical
physical.
Yeah.
resistance.
Yeah.
So
Mental
you're
and
going to roll two
social?
die for
Fuck.
the impact of stress, and
And
two
then
die
two
for your
resist.
physical resistance.
All right. Same as before. The stress will be the first two numbers. All right. 5 and 5.
Okay, it's not the highest because it's tied,
Yeah.
and it is a success. So you I guess just cosmetic, like a couple holes in your
Yeah.
costume.
Yeah. My costume's getting eaten through.
I mean, are you
Cool.
in your costume or are you just regular street clothes? Your
Well,
street
I had
clothes
a
get messed up.
jacket. No, I had a
Oh yeah,
jacket
cool
over.
jacket. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool
See my
jacket.
costume? Like,
It's true.
it's not too flashy. So
It's not too flashy, but now it's kind of holy and a little ratty looking.
it's not ratty. It's
Mm.
just,
It's on its way.
it's
If there
aesthetic
was a six
damage.
point clock, okay, I'm now creating a 6 point clock of ratty costume.
Wow. Okay. Fuck you,
Ratty
Miss
costume.
Minutes.
Miss Minutes needs to come out. All right, and now that
It's
was one tick.
fashionably damaged.
Right now it's fashionably damaged. That's right. It's like battle damaged
Yeah, He-Man. Yeah.
Diamondback. Sweet. Cool. I'm eager to flip scenes, so I want one action from Electra, and then we're gonna pop back to Rod and also catch up. Well, sorry, Hawkeye, and then also catch up with where Nocturne teleported off to. So Electra, this constrictor guy, is not down, but he was taken down a peg by Hellfrost's weird hell beams, frost beams, frosty hell beams. I'm not sure.
He's still workshopping the names too.
Fair enough.
Still workshop.
Spicy
Um,
Reuben. Nice. What do you
um,
wish to do?
I guess I was going to say that, like, she's learned not to get too close to him because that's where his advantage is.
It's true.
So
Do you have your cool size out, or like Daredevil batons, or you just face fists and feet?
I think I'm moving to batons now. Um, and that's a good point. Um, so I'll block with the batons and just keep going for like kicks to the gut and face, hoping for a lucky hit.
Nice. And he's like, them fucking chopsticks away from me, chick. Rach, who's this?
And then I throw the stick at his face, and then either he'll tank it or
Uh-huh.
he'll knock it, and that gets me my sucker kick.
Love it. I love it. So you're definitely kicking ass for your skill. What approach are you using here?
Flashy, I guess.
Okay. I thought you were going for clever because you cleverly like
Oh,
distracted
that
with a
is clever.
double attack. Seemed pretty
Well, I'm
clever.
still waiting for the screen to refresh, so I was just going through my memory of like, what are they? Yeah. So yeah, cleverly. Oh, I've got lots of clever. Yeah,
I
let's do that.
know. So now I know you weren't purposely choosing a suboptimal. You were going with theming. But anyway, cleverly. So 3 dice to start. Do you want
Okay.
to add a stress die to this roll and risk increasing your stress?
Sure.
Yeah.
Would you like a devil's bargain?
Nah,
Okay.
I think 4 dice is enough.
4 dice is pretty great. Let's see them. So left to right is stress, then not stress, right?
Correct.
Okay. So the first die is your stress die.
Yeah. And then if I keep on clicking, that's not what I want. Oh, there we go. Nope, it's not working. Dear God. All right, I rolled twice, so I guess I'll just use all 4 of those dice. Um,
Oh
sorry.
wow.
Shouldn't
That's
you
okay. I'm getting
be?
a page unresponsive from this
Uh,
die roller for some reason. Weird.
Yeah.
You are infecting it, Kai.
Yes, yes. So I rolled a 6
are you
on
missing
my.
a die?
I rolled 4 dice total in 2 rolls on my screen.
Yeah. Shouldn't
I
you
did.
be
I did.
rolling 5 dice?
Um,
Oh, I
so
should
it
be rolling
was
5 dice. Yeah,
2 + 1 plus.
Because
yeah.
you add a stress die, which gives you
Oh
also
wait,
a
no.
regular
Is this?
die.
It does.
Does
No,
isn't?
no. The stress die is another die. It's a fresh die. So it
Yeah.
was 2 for cleverly, 1 for kick ass, 1 for stress. But if that stress die happens to be the highest of all the dice that are rolled,
Which it is.
then you would double checking, double checking, double checking.
Increase your stress.
You would increase your stress.
So I'm successful, but I take a stress for it,
Correct.
and I would.
Oh, I've been thinking that wrong then.
I would describe that as, um, after I've knocked him out, I feel my ribs and I feel like there's uh like they aren't broken or anything like that, but I'll have to nurse them for a bit, you know. That constriction was pretty hurty. Or should I do something else, you think?
I think that works great. I like it. So it's you distracted him with one baton, clocked him with the other when he reacted to it, and then he's
As he
bam,
like
he falls off the curb.
Can I
And
shout out some banter? Like,
ooh,
because he asked, "Who is this lady?" and she knocks him out, and I shout back, "A better assassin than you."
nice.
Um, okay, yep, cool.
Okay. We're going to jump back to Kate Bishop. Big um, wreck of the Ford F-150. Another car, of course, was also hit. They seem to be doing all right. Cops on their way. Ambulance. You hear the ambulance. You pulled. Um, you know Maritza, yes? Like I imagine you would know Yo-Yo's older sister.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What is it that Maritza has that Yo-Yo does not? What personality trait? And it could be positive or negative. It's really up to you.
Uh, Trusting?
I love it. Cool. So yeah, she was KO'd. You mostly carried her away from all of the chaos. Um, Stephen, I'm going to ask you, where, what New York place are they in front of? Doesn't have to be a landmark, but are they in front of like some kind of shop? As she pulled her into a coffee shop, a king, like an old Kinko's that's not really a Kinko's anymore. A bodega, which we've already had a bodega, so maybe I shouldn't have thrown
So I
that
think
out.
in this case, what's going on is the tracksuit mafia were taking off, and they were driving, but I think it was through kind of a swankier area. So whenever you pull them off, you go into a hoity-toity like department store, right? So I think the attendant is coming over telling you get out, that kind of stuff.
Ooh, is it one of those department store, like is it a department store or is it like a fashion boutique where there's just a few things on the wall and like
More of a
tons of empty
boutique.
floors?
Yeah, super fancy purses and shoes and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. And there's already a woman coming over to usher you guys outside because obviously the lemon water is not for you. Um, so yeah, you remove the bag, you've already cut off the tape. She's waking up. Kate. Oh wow. That was I'm not sure what was happening, but it sounded really crazy.
Okay. What is it? What? Why does the Kingpin want me?
Um, well, it's not exactly Yo-Yo's fault,
Okay.
but it's sort of. Hold on, hold on. We're going outside. Do you have any aspirin? My head
Uh,
is just wow. And
of course I have. I'm a superhero. Of course I have aspirin.
oh,
I,
cool. Is it like in your quiver thingy?
uh, no, there's like a little side zipper next to the quiver that I open
Dope. Uh, okay, great. And she like takes that aspirin arrow.
and.
Aspirin era.
That's awesome. Um, so you guys end up being escorted outside. You're watching this rescue squad
Oh,
dealing
I'd
with.
make a stink, like, like, because I know some socialites, and I just say,
That's true.
I'm a
You.
friend of blah, 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 blah. And they'll be hearing about this, and they won't be shopping
Ooh,
here anymore.
nice, nice. The person's shocked, and now they're checking to see if you're on the socials and like, who is this girl? Um, and Maritza says, "Well, I don't know if this was like for Kingpin because I heard he went legit. Like he's gonna be mayor, but like, yeah, the mafia said that they were gonna just sit on me until they could get well Hellfrost, because but they like know we're related, I guess."
Okay,
Yo-Yo's not really
so
careful about her secret identity and stuff.
all right. Did they say why they want Hellfrost? I mean, there's a billion reasons I know, but like,
Right.
did they say a specific one?
They didn't really share with me. I mean, they grabbed me and then there was like a block and then all of a sudden I heard some people entering the truck and I think that was you and maybe someone else. And then it was just kind of crazy after that. I
Yeah.
could go back. Do you need me to go back and ask?
All right. This is very important. And I
Because
look
Kate,
her
I'll
right in
do
the
that for
eye.
you if that's what you need. You're a superhero. I'm just trying to help.
This is very important. I pull out my phone and I pull up the Kingpin and I show her the picture and I point to the phone and I say, a man who will willingly wear these ugly white suits is capable of anything.
It's
Do
true.
not for a second think he's gone legit.
Well, there was that time when he was wearing the Hawaiian shirt and he just seemed really approachable. But okay, I guess he's still a bad guy. That's fair. I mean, it's not like we wouldn't elect bad guys.
No, no, we don't like bad
Is Yo-Yo
guys.
okay? I assume she's fine because they tried to capture me to get to her, so they must not have her. But is she okay? Should I text her? I'm going to
Uh,
text her.
I'll text her. I do like a text race.
Nice, nice,
Text her
nice.
first.
Uh,
Uh,
this will all happen in
A
the middle
text
of the
race.
fight with Yo-Yo.
Roll
Uh,
for it.
Die of fate. Cool.
you want to roll?
Sweet. So as you guys are having a quick text battle, um, let's Nocturne. How far can you teleport? I mean, you've teleported from different dimensions, so obviously really far, but without magic helping you.
Yeah. I think this is a line of sight kind of thing. And my intention here is just to get out, get away from the cops. And I head back towards our workshop, which I think is an old garage. Um, and once I'm there in the garage, I'm gonna get on the uh computer that we have there,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna start looking at the socials about the wreck. And I'm gonna all the pictures that come through of the wreck, I'm gonna pull down, erase me and Kate out of them, and then upload them back under different names. Um, that so that I'm confusing things so that it doesn't look like we were really there.
Okay. What about the pictures of Kate Bishop in some kind of swanky boutique? Um,
I don't know anything about that, so she
okay,
can go
cool.
in there. That's fine.
Timestamps are as recent.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
good
mean,
stuff.
if she wants to shop after this excitement, that's fine.
Awesome. I'd like to see this come to a roll. This seems
Awesome.
fun. Are you able to avoid suspicion?
Yeah.
Don't forget, you're in badass mode, so
Yeah.
things are good for you. Seems like, what's your approach?
I think my approach would be cleverly.
Okay,
Okay. I don't think I have any skills for this. I certainly don't have any powers for this,
that's
but
true.
I think I'm going to engage my drive, which is redemption, to get me 2 dice.
Fantastic. Would you like a devil's bargain?
Yes.
Cool. Here's the devil's bargain I offer you. You can get an extra die on this to scrub the public knowledge of you involved in these heroic shenanigans.
Mhm.
However, someone in the Serpent Society is aware of your activities and may trace back
Oh, that's fine. They trace back to our workshop.
to you.
Oh, they trace back to me. That's fine. I don't care about those
Okay.
guys. So I'll take that extra dice. None of these are stress dice, correct?
You will choose if you want to use a stress die, which would add you another die on top of the three that you're currently rolling. But right now, it's just three dice.
Yeah. I am not going to add any stress dice because that would be my last tick. So
Oof. Okay.
let's roll those. Oh, I got a 6.
You guys, we should be playing a Tales from the Loop game because I've never seen this many sixes.
I know.
Right.
Is this for Tales from the Loop? There would be fives all the way down. Anyway, sweet. You work through, and everything's great. You
I
you
think,
were able to scrub yourself from all mentions and
yeah,
pictures.
and I think that as the text little war thing is going on, I think the socials we see on camera, we see the phones come up, and it's social people being tagged, but the people aren't in that picture, right? So, yeah.
Nice, nice. And we cut to the interior of this like brick building. It's one of those exposed brick high-tech offices, obviously downtown. Very nice. Has those weird single seat type deals where you can like close over that they have in weird high tech startup places. And a guy with his laptop comes into the office because it's mostly open air except for this woman, Ophelia Sarkeesian. She's got her own office. And he says, "Hey, we got a hit on that extra dimensional girl." So, boom. So we cut back to the fight because that's fun. Electra, you just took out Constrictor. Diamondback, you were inside the diner with Hellfrost, facing off together, working together like a team, um, against the now one taloned enemy of yours and rival, Fleur de Lance. Um, and yeah, Diamondback, like there's a bit of acid. You're fine. It just hit your costume looks kind of cool. Uh, I keep saying Fleur. It's Fleur de Lance. Fur though, you could see it hit her a couple places. There's a
Yeah, definitely on the
lesion on her
wrist, you know.
cheek. Her wrist is in rough shape. It's looking gross, and she's pissed. She's like, "What? I just want to murder one person."
Murder someone else.
No, Rach. I don't get paid if I murder someone else.
Teresa, some jobs aren't worth it. Do you really want to go through
This
both of
one's still
us?
worth it right now. I can get this patched up. It'll be fine.
You did see what an emotion that Hellfrost did to Constrictor. Do you want the full
I
blast of
have
that?
I have a Reuben all over me.
Yeah, do you want more?
No.
Do you want worse?
Yeah, T, you look
Do you want
hideous.
both wrists to match those acid burns?
And she reaches down and grabs a stool and just rips it out of the housing, and she's now going to hit you with a stool.
I mean, that's, you know,
Right.
That's her
she's
answer.
pretty strong. Yeah. Okay. You know, why couldn't it be someone I liked?
I mean, Ferdinand is likable. She just doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Hey, Hellfrost, I'm curious. Why is
Mm-hmm.
Ferdinand your rival?
I think I when I was doing petty crime, kind of just to kind of uh, get by, and also kind of help pay back my sister for like putting me up. Um, I think no, actually, I think my sister's probably doing a show 'cause she's like a punk rocker. She did a show at a club that uh, Teresa was at, and I was there kind of helping. And I think I'd probably I don't know, some sort of way I crossed her or embarrassed her. I think what could be interesting. Uh, Maybe I broke into her like VIP lounge that she had at that night and like totally. Maybe I hooked up with the person she was with.
Ooh, I like that one. I like that. That seems fun and seems like a thing Yo-Yo might inadvertently do. Sorry, I didn't know you
Yeah,
were into it,
inadvertently.
kind of thing. Okay, sweet. We need to name this fine person that you took from Ferdelance's clutches, and because that's who Ferdinand will name is the reason for hating you. Cool. Uh, Diamondback, you're about to be hit by stool.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't love that.
It's not really a thing she wants you to love.
Yeah.
She wants you to hate it. Um, what would you like to do?
Oh, I want to I'm gonna like jump up and flip off the counter to get over top of her. And yeah, no on her shoulders and do like the classic Black Widow leg scissor type chokehold
Ooh,
thing.
that sounds pretty dope.
Yeah.
I am
You're kicking above
interested
your
in it.
weight there, Diamondback. You're kicking above your weight.
Wow.
Damn, Electra's
Okay.
got no faith.
Okay, zombie assassin.
Zombie
I mean,
assassin.
that's pretty impressive, so I can't really use it as an insult, but
Is a zombie assassin a zombie that assassinates others or a person that assassinates zombies?
a little bit of both.
Nice. I'm not sure how that works. What approach are you using?
Um, I think forcefully.
That seems appropriate.
Yeah.
You are not unfixing anything at
No,
this
I'm not trying to
moment.
break her neck, so
It's true. She would not want that to happen.
yeah. I feel pretty
Do you
bad
want
about
to
it
pull?
too.
So you've got two dice to start. Do you want to
Yeah.
pull in a stress die?
Yeah.
Risk a stress die?
Sure. So, how does the powers and manifestations thing work? What do they
So,
do?
yeah, they change position and effect. If you have a manifestation of a power that works, then
Acrobat training?
like a stunt from a power can cause increased effect or manifest in an area at a greater scale. So you can either alter position or effect of of an action.
What does
Don't
that mean?
forget, you do have a
What is?
drive that you could utilize
Yeah,
here.
I'm trying to make it for my pass. So I'm click that. Do I click a button or do I click that or is it not refreshed?
I don't know. That's a great question. We should come up with our.
I'm hitting the checkbox now.
Yeah, sounds like a. Maybe I should say used up.
Yeah,
Used,
used.
used,
Expended,
expended. That is smarter sounding.
consumed.
So I
Stop
don't
it!
I
These are all good
still don't
words.
totally so like if I using a power adds a stress die, right?
Using a power, it does say a stunt can cause increase. Then there's a.
Is the training I got from Iron Fist like a stunt?
I think yes, but we should
Okay.
definitely have that as one of your manifestations going forward.
Okay. Trained by Iron Fist. I'll just write that.
Yeah.
And it just like increase versus like normal effect, it would be greater effect if I
Yes.
succeed, when I
I
succeed.
think greater
Okay.
effect works.
So that swaps a normal die with a stress die, right?
Yes. Wait, we double check.
I'm looking at the stress thing. It says swap a normal die with a stress die to increase effect, lead a group action, or add a stunt to a power. The stunt part still confused me a little bit, but
Still a little confused about the stunt part as well.
okay. So I
Add a
definitely
stress
want
die.
to risk the stress increase. So I'll definitely take that as well.
So it says the stress dice can be included in a dice pool by adding a stress die
Uh-huh.
or to activate your power, which also increases your dice pool,
Oh, it does.
or swapping a normal die with a stress die to increase effect, lead a group action, or add an unmarked stunt to a power. Okay. Let's. I'm still unclear on the stunt thing.
We can come back to that for next
We can.
session.
We can. That'll be one of my wishes.
Okay.
Yes.
So right now, I've got two for forceful, one for compelling my drive, and then I'm taking a stress die. And the stress die does count as a normal die, but it's also a stress die.
Correct.
Okay.
Which means it
So
needs to be
for,
rolled separately or tracked separately.
yeah,
And if you
it'll
want
be
to do
the
it in the string
far
as the
left,
leftmost, that's fine.
So 4d6.
Okay. 4d6. The left one is a stress die.
Well, it's a 6.
That's good for me. That means your stress is going up, but it also means this is a success.
with extra effect.
with greater effect. She was swinging a stool at you. You wanted that to not happen.
Yeah.
What does
I
that look
flipped
like?
over head, did the whole classic
That's
Black
right.
Widow thing, just like really just squeezing tight until she just choked out.
She's definitely not going to give up.
Yeah, obviously.
So, um, hey, Hellfrost,
Frost, you want to
Mm-hmm.
knock her out for me?
you can take a cheap shot if you wanted right now. She's trying to not be constricted here,
So I'm
kind
a
of.
badass now, right? Because
It's
my
true.
stress went up.
Oh man, payback feels so appropriate right now. I would like to take advantage and do that cheap shot on her. Uh, hmm. I think you know what? I think I was embarrassed, even though I'm trying not to show it, and I'm just gonna like try to cold cock her back, even though that's not really what I'm good at. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna go up and punch her in the side of the face like she did to me.
Boom. Not even a die roll. She's incapacitated effectively. Yeah, you just did the coup de grace, as it were. To hurt.
Shaking my
Yeah,
hand
there
out.
we
Yeah.
go. I love the
How?
idea of that. The like hurt wrist. Cops are on their way. Is this a thing that folks might want to vamoose?
Yeah, I mean, yes. Personally, yes. I feel like most of us, yes.
Cool.
Is
Cindy
Electra
Moon's
still
like
hurt?
recording this now. This interaction here.
Ooh, ooh.
This is great footage.
Yeah, you're coming with us
Why?
because they're
Oh,
trying to
right. I
kill
wanted to meet
you.
with you. Sorry. They were. No, I think they were after you guys.
No.
They're after you.
She hops over. Very, very agile. Like, hops over the counter. Who drove?
This is New York. There's public transit.
Oh my God. I hate the subway.
Well,
Hey,
it's not like
Rach,
you can jump from rooftop to rooftop, so let's go.
Rach, can I have my phone back?
Um, and, you got a lot of messages apparently.
Oh my God.
So we do a quick screen wipe, and we have everyone at the workshop along with Cindy Moon
Yes.
because oh, Kate, did you bring Yo-Yo's older sister here? She would be amenable to it if you recommended it.
So, I mean, I assume she knows she knows that we're all superheroes. I'm guessing, yeah.
She knows
Yeah.
Hellfrost is has superpowers. She does not consider her a superhero.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
difference.
right.
Hawkeye. We all can't be basically Avengers.
Cool.
Worst.
So, yeah, Yo-Yo, you saw texts from your sister and Kate, and then ended up coming back here, and they are
Hmm.
both here waiting for you. As is, uh, Tania Jean, Tanya.
Right.
You were saying Tanya,
Anya. Yeah.
Tanya, Tanya
And
Jean,
Pizza Dog.
and Pizza Dog.
Lucky.
Nachos, you okay? I saw Frank got you pretty tight.
Um, she she pulls up like the side of her shirt, just you know, not like sexy, just pulls it up and you see all these bruises around the side. She's like, yeah, yeah, I'm fine.
So I think whenever they come into the workshop, um, I'm busy working on the laptop or on the computer, and like I said, I've been scrubbing things, and I think that's whenever I see, social media pop up with like another whole set of stuff with Diamondback and Hellfrost and Elektra all, messing up a deli downtown, and I'm like, damn it, guys. So, I start trying to mess with that one as well. Make it look like a robbery.
Oh, we knew you would
Not
take care of it, Tej.
sorry, out of character. Oh my lord. Um,
Come on, get it together.
So sense. All right.
C
So
Cindy, did you have something you wanted to tell us?
Yeah, I found some information about the Serpent Society, and I know you guys have a mean on for them. Evidently, they know I know, so that sucks.
What do you know?
But um, they have an office. I interviewed a few employees about what they're up to and kind of set up a few cameras. Still kind of preliminary, but it seems like they're working with the mayor.
The Kingpin. Or I'm
Time
sorry, was
out.
it
Time out. Are
no,
we
it's
sticking? Is
Creed,
Graydon Creed
right?
mayor or Grade? I'm a okay with Graydon Creed being mayor. A okay
I,
with it.
either one's fine. Yeah, I'm sorry. Uh,
No, I
Did
just
you
wanted to
intend
make
that
sure
they
we
were
were on the same
working
page.
with who is the Serpent Society working with? Is it the
the
mayor
mayor.
regardless of who it is, or
It makes more sense if it's Graydon Creed.
let's say it that? Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
The mayor?
Graydon Creed. They've
Does he
got
have a
some kind
history?
of anti-mutant agenda, a registration thing.
I audibly gasp.
Does he know half of them are mutants? They don't care. They like money, so
Um, I don't know. Like the Serpent Society was talking about themselves being like science heroes or something,
Nerds.
they're
right?
they're they'll work for whoever hires them. Hell for us. Let's be serious, right? Let's be honest about them.
Fine. Hot nerds.
Wait, what? I mean, what?
You said you have cameras. Have you learned anything? Can you help Tanya
Did
get
they
connected to them?
find your cameras?
Sure. I don't think they found my cameras yet, but evidently they may know that I'm on to them. Honestly,
I mean,
I'm a
it
little
seems
worried because I
pretty
gave kind of a
clear.
draft for like a outline for my story to my editor, and then all of a sudden they're after me, and I thought I would meet with you, Electra, and then the big fight happened. Thanks, by the way. You guys are really good at fighting.
Yeah, we are.
Are you saying you're coming to us for protection?
Yes?
Okay. All right. Welcome to
I raise my
our
hand.
place.
You don't need to raise your hand.
What's my sister doing here?
You're not reading your text, I see.
Kate saved my life. Was bitching.
Well, thank you, Kate. First of all, but
Welcome.
why did she need to save your life?
Tracksuit Mafia was gonna try to get their hands on you for something. I'm sure you pissed one of them off.
I think I would remember that. I don't remember that.
Shocking.
So I'm going to slide over and I'm going to see if I can't take the reporter's phone from her because she's been causing enough trouble.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It turns out she has silk sense.
Is this danger?
She
Or
would, cause
silk.
yeah, I mean, I think it's silky. No, I'd like to see you make a roll.
Oh, okay. So I think that's sneakily.
Yeah, it seems fair.
I don't think it's really traverse.
No, I don't think so either.
Um, Ah, okay. I don't think acrobat or teleportation apply, but I'm going to use my flaw, which is greed, to untick my drive. I think
Nice.
that's how that works.
Yes.
Because, maybe she has other stuff that I could take that I could pickpocket as well. So I
Okay.
think that's 3 dice.
Well, so wait, we built it up. It was
Huh.
quickly,
No, sneakily.
sneakily, sorry, 2 dice for sneakily.
Mhm.
The flaw gives you a -1 die or a
Oh,
lesser
okay.
effect.
Yep.
Okay.
So it
The
sounds like you're,
lesser effect might be like none of the like you'd have to choose between things in the pocket or the phone, maybe. I don't know if it's
I'll
other.
just take a minus die,
Okay,
right?
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
cleaner.
easier. So
yeah.
it's just
It's not
a,
a bad idea.
a 1d6 roll. Let's see what it does. That's a 4.
A mixed success.
Was that a stress die?
No.
It
Okay.
was not because you would be screwed. Oh, you actually, that would have been free and clear because you got 5 stress. Um, anyway, so it is a mixed success. I think, um, I like the idea that it costs you, you're going to go from rough edges to some notoriety, unless you'd like to resist that.
Okay. That is infamy, right?
Yes,
No.
your infamy would go up by 1.
Okay. And how do I resist again? Let me go back and look.
So that was risky. So it will be 2 dice of stress.
Right?
It's a social resistance. So you'd roll 2 dice for social because you don't
Okay.
have social and
Yep.
take the lowest. The sad thing is that so the bad news is resisting this is going to almost guarantee you're unless you're really well on those 2 dice, you're going to take up your stress by 1 probably.
Which would take
Probably.
me
Not
out.
necessarily you roll 5s, you'd be okay.
Yeah. So I think I'll go up on the infamy. That
Okay.
makes more sense.
Well, the good news I was going to say is you're down in downtime. Like we're going to shift to downtime at this point and finish up the game with you guys doing downtime to restore stress and all that stuff.
Perfect.
So you'll eat the infamy, no resistance.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Uh-huh.
not harm, so that's fine. Cool. Let's take the last bit of this to talk through downtime and see if any folks have any like tag scenes. I know I'm using Smallville terminology, but scenes at the end of our thing during your downtime. So,
So is this
y
a debrief?
oh, good question. Debrief. When a crew is ready to exfiltrate in the mission, roll a number of dice based on your heat. 2 to 3 heat equals 3 dice.
It sounds like
Is
that is
that a
something
key?
that we do to adjust where we are in infamy and renown and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I was just willy-nilly adjusting your infamy differently. I'll have to. So, okay, great. So, stunts
Maybe you
and
only roll it
intermission.
between trade paperbacks, like each story arc before you roll again.
So, once in our 3 sessions or 2.5
I
sessions.
know, but yeah, but like in a longer game,
hmm
you know, I'm wondering if maybe it's less every mission and more like every story arc. But anyway,
Sorry, I didn't mean to distract. I was just doing a search for
No, that's
downtime.
fair.
I
That's
saw
fair.
that
I
debrief
appreciate it.
says it's prior to downtime, and I'm like, oh, is that something we need to do? I got it. Okay. So I think you were asking, is there any other scene that we'd like to do before we go into downtime?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no, you're all blurry.
Cool. So, I am blurry because of sneezing. I sneezed myself to fuzziness. Weird.
wow.
Who
Huh.
even knows?
That's powerful.
It's a big sneeze. Okay. So before we do debrief and downtime actions, that is weird. The downtime happens after XP, but okay. Um, you guys are in your workshop. We had determined that it was a garage, if I remember correctly. You
Yeah.
purchased that it is a workshop. It's an old garage that's been retrofitted into a workshop for the team. Um, are there sleeping quarters here? Living quarters is an upgrade, so I guess not. It means living quarters would be like a cool room. You can still stay here, but it would be like on a couch or in one of the older cars in the back seat, laying down kind of thing. But it seems like Cindy's okay with staying here for a bit.
Right.
She's already on Amazon trying to order an air mattress.
Ah, Bezos.
Children.
Are there
Um,
any scenes folks would like to have?
Hmm.
I would like to have one with Maritza.
Cool. Um, if this is a garage, is it one of those garages that's part of a building and there are lots of floors that you guys don't have access or ownership over, or is it the building is yours, but it's like a two-story type deal?
I was kind of imagining a parking deck
Hmm,
above, but
that seems cool.
whichever.
I'm cool with
Cool.
that.
So we'll say up on the parking deck. Is it like one of those exposed to air parking areas? It's downtown ish, so usually full of cars. Say it's
Yeah.
sun going down. Maybe there are some cars that are exiting at this point, end of workday for some people who actually drive downtown. And you and your sister are up top. Yo, do either of you smoke?
I think I probably vape.
Appropriate.
Yeah.
And your sister has a pair of drumsticks, and she's just kind of rat-tatting out something on the little railing, trying to figure out a new beat or something.
Is that something that she does kind of like all the time or when she's stressed?
Stressed. She's
Okay.
stressed.
All right.
It's been a crazy day.
Yeah. Hey, like, I don't want to say it down there in front of everyone. Like, they already think I'm a particular kind of way. And so I just like try to be cool when I'm around them. But like, are you really okay? I'm sorry that whatever person I like crossed brought trouble on you.
Like, yo, I'm assuming you're mostly doing hero stuff. Assuming.
But
Um,
yeah, I'm a superhero.
but like,
Come
you've
on.
got a name, you've got a code name, like, or whatever, but you're really not careful about who you are. And I'm just kind of tired of it blowing back on me. Maybe like a mask or a balaclava, the thing, the mask.
Balaclava is what you wear. Baklava is what you eat.
Right, of course. Yep. So the not the
And I'm
eat
not wearing
one.
one of those. I am not wearing a mask.
What, you got cold powers? You won't be hot or anything there.
Yeah, but it's ugly.
Can you do the thing where you like freeze your whole body in a block of ice and then break out and you're covered in ice, but flamey?
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that. But like, wouldn't that bring more attention on me?
Well, if no one sees you, well, you're basically screwed now. You're gonna have to like, I don't know.
I guess I could have someone make me a uniform, which is like not the same as keeping a low profile, but I could maybe cover my face somehow. And that, you know, like Auntie does. But then it would just look like I'm copying her, and I don't. Ugh.
But that's not so bad.
Well,
I mean, she's kind of amazing.
well, yeah.
She's no Kate, but she's her different own kind of ball of energy.
Okay. I don't want any more trouble coming back to you
Okay.
because A, I love you. B, where would I stay? I'm not going to sleep in the back of a car. And C, that is what superheroes do. Sacrifice for the greater good. So yeah, I'll wear a
I
mask.
don't want to be sacrificed for your greater good. I
No,
kind of like to be around for the good.
I will sacrifice my comfort level in wearing a hideous ass uniform to keep you safe.
It doesn't have to be hideous. I could help you. I've got some friends who do like fashion. You could make a
Really?
cool costume.
Uniform.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
You,
Yeah, let's
okay.
workshop it. Let's do it.
Sure. Okay. Good. Probably gonna have to change your name though, because like Hellfrost is Yo-Yo is me. I was thinking Ice Queen.
If you have ideas, I'm open to them. They're probably gonna suck.
Ice Queen.
Hmm. I'm open to ideas.
You're
Not
not
gonna
open
change
to
my
Ice
name, but
Queen? Because I'm thinking Ice Queen.
I like Hellfrost.
I like
Everyone else is
Hellfrost, and if you hadn't burned it by being so dumb, I'm sorry, that was a little harsher than I intended. I mean, I'm not saying it's inaccurate, but it was probably not the right way to go.
well. I'm powerful. My friends are powerful. My team is amazing. I'm just gonna lean into it.
Cool.
But I will make sure no blowback comes to you.
Cool.
I can go kill the whole Tracksuit Mafia, right?
That's not very hero-y though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Kind of disqualifies you from that one. By the way, I love you too, sis. I didn't say it right away, right back because you were on a roll, but I wanted to just like make sure that, yep.
Thanks. I I'll consider Ice Queen.
Okay. You can workshop. We can put up a poll. Just anonymous. Describe your powers. No, that seems no. Ice Queen.
Ice Queen.
I think we cut there.
Fine. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Shall we move to debrief? XP and changes to wealth, infamy, renown, and faction
Um,
status. Yes,
I would have loved the scene, but it's like going on 6.
I
So
know. How about
yeah,
we lead off with the scene?
yeah,
Because I
cool.
would also like some scenes. This is way more fun than
Yeah.
banging my head
Then
against
the
the wall against the
mechanics,
rule
yeah.
set. um, let's just do the XP. I'll worry about the wealth, infinity round, all that stuff, and ping you guys via Discord because it's not really like I'm not going to stress about it. We've got one more session, but let's do XP because I think that's interesting. So, Nocturne, mark 1 XP for each desperate action. I didn't put you guys in desperate actions. That's something I should do next time. 1 or 2 X. Did you express your drive? You did, right? If I remember correctly.
Yep.
So mark an XP there. And then 1 to 2 XP if you addressed a challenge with stealth or speed.
I think I did speed and stealth
Yeah,
to
well,
knock
mark
in the
2.
window and then to slip out the phone.
That's
So,
right. So mark
okay.
2 XP. Hellfrost, no desperate actions. Again, I will adjust. Did you use your drive for hope?
I did not.
I think you need a drive for snark, and then you can mark it all the time.
If that's an option, I would definitely take that.
Okay, fair enough. It is not. But did you address a challenge with flair or charm?
Flair, I think for sure. I mean, I think I'm charming, but
I think so. I think
that's the rest
charm
of
with that
you.
last scene. I think
Okay.
you pulled it out there. So go ahead and mark 2 XP. Kate Bishop, no desperate actions. Sorry. Express your drive. Did you use your drive for anything? You're
I
definitely
didn't use
being
it.
heroic. You expressed your drive. You just didn't actually use it. So I'm going to
Oh,
say
okay.
mark an XP for that.
Cool.
And then did you address a challenge with daring or ingenuity?
Yeah, I think jumping on to Oh, rescuing the
Yeah,
her from a moving vehicle.
that was fun. I liked that a lot. So mark an XP there as well. Electra, did you express your drive? Vengeance?
Yeah, vengeance is such a like. I'm looking at the list of them. I'm like, curiosity. I could probably do that pretty often, but vengeance is just like I don't know.
If you want to flip it, feel free.
Um,
If you want to keep it at vengeance, it's just one more session, so that's fine. I
right.
think it's a good note that vengeance is going to be real hard.
Rage could work for you.
I do appreciate the rage bit, but I think like I was just trying to prove that I was more powerful to the constrictor. So going forward, I'm going to use power instead of vengeance.
And then go ahead
Um,
and mark an XP for that because we're still
okay.
sussing out. You were overpowered him, so go ahead and take an XP there. And
Yeah.
then did you address a challenge with deception or grace?
I think grace came into
Yeah,
play.
I like grace. Diamondback, did you express your drive? Redemption,
Yeah.
I think you definitely hit that a few times.
Okay.
Did you address a challenge with audacity or tech skill?
Yeah, I think both.
Tech skill. How'd you use tech skill?
My diamonds.
Ah,
Knowing how to blow up the tire of the car perfectly.
it's a stretch, but okay, sure. Cool. That's the XP. We'll do the team XP real quick.
I have a question that's probably not going to get answered. What are harm modifiers? Okay, good. We don't know the answer.
So I think that that is the way that we've seen it so far is like, is this one step of harm or two steps of harm? Meaning, uh, that's what we did for resistance, right? We had
Right, but there's no modifier. It's
It's
just
not a
stress.
modifier.
okay.
Yeah.
That's the part that's kind of
I think
copy pasted, not modified.
the only modifiers I can potentially see is in the infamy track where it says -1 and -2, and I'm like, I don't know what that means, but okay. Anyway, moving
Okay,
on.
team stuff. Did you contend with challenges above your current station? You're going up against the Serpent Society. Sure, you contended with them.
Yeah.
Bolster your crew's reputation. What is your reputation? Savvy? Yeah, you guys didn't even get fingered by the cops, so let's say an XP there too.
Yeah, we took out them.
Express the ambitions, goals, or inner conflict of the team. I definitely saw inner conflict. And also your goal, taking down the Serpent Society. So yeah, XP there as well.
We should just
Uh,
level up between
yeah, level up
this week
between.
and next week.
We're at time, so we will start with downtime actions at the beginning of next session. I want to make space uh, for wishes, and then if anyone wants to stick around for stars. So anyone needs to go, please go because we're past time. But if you have time to share some wishes and possibly stars, that would be great. We'll try to do it within just a few minutes. Anyone have any wishes?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to interacting with the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think I would like to be put in a situation where I could use my manipulate skill.
Okay, that's good. Rod, Kai, or Steven, any wishes?
So the system for me, the system's grown on me, so I kind of wish to see more of the system than just one more session. I know that's what we have, but I'm kind of like, I think it's really intriguing to me to see how they're handling stress. Because we talked, I think, last time and this time about how short the stress track is, but it seems like it's easier to recover from stress.
It is.
And you're not always taking stress, you're taking a risk of causing of stress, which adds tension to the narrative of what's going on.
Yeah, a
So
lot of my
it's
concerns have
confusing,
been
but it's
alleviated
interesting.
from. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
No, no, it's perfect. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say I came in much more stressed about it, and discovery of how to use stress dice has made me a little less
Worried.
concerned
Yeah.
that maybe this is a little more solid than I had originally anticipated, which is good. Thank you, Stephen. Kai or Rod, any wishes?
I mean, I'm happy to. I don't know what people's schedules are, but if you want to, if you are able to add another session, to make up for the 2 week miss, it's up,
I would love to. Unfortunately, I can't be on Sundays. I got things starting next
Okay.
month at the exact same time. But
Okay.
I can chat with you guys, see if we can find something else we could do to sub out. Kai, any wishes?
Yeah. I guess I'd like to have some sort of like follow-up social encounter with the the people that attacked us. Like that was part of the Netflix MCU that I liked the most was like it wasn't just, villain of the week, right? Like there was something deeper to one of them usually.
Hmm.
So, if I could have like a one-on-one with like did did Constrictor get out of there before the cops showed up, or did he, escape, or did his lawyer just walk in and walk him out, or something like that? But you know, a chance to talk and maybe confront him in a social way and not like a fisty way.
Sounds fun. I agree. That is one of my excuse me, is one of my favorite parts of uh the Netflix Marvel series as well.
So
And Daredevil Born Again also got some good stuff along those lines.
let me ask a question. Is that something that could be a downtime activity where you're like researching, what happened to them? Did they run off?
That's what I was thinking, but yeah,
Yeah.
I was just expressing it as a wish now. Yeah.
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 Yeah, like I'd love to see more of the NP getting to banter with more characters is always a wish for me.
I enjoyed your. That was definitely a star for me. I know we're
Yeah.
not quite to stars, but the having some banter with those guys was very fun,
Yeah.
and seemed appropriate for a person who left their society.
I was
Uh,
going to have one line of banter, by the way, Diamond, Jolene. I was going to be like, "Hey, whip guy, eyes on me," or something like that, but it just never came up in a good
Look,
moment. So,
I think that's fitting.
Yeah, cutting
Both
room
ways
floor.
are fitting. That like she's bad at bantering, but also she's rather just be silent but deadly.
you went last with wishes. You could go first with stars. Do you have any stars you want to throw out?
oh my gosh, I really liked the scene with uh, Hellfrost and her sister. Um, I like the meta of us, like how we rib each other as like a substitute for knowing that these people also rib each other in character, but it may not like always be easy to get that in these short little role play sessions. Um, I uh like a text what was it like a text off or whatever who could get to the
Off.
texting and like also like every time I thought of like Cindy Moon being a hero and her not being a hero, I was like, okay, this this makes more sense, but I was like, be a hero, damn it. So those are my
Sorry.
wishes.
Character
Oh,
assassination. Yeah, I'm sorry.
it's all good.
I'll hero her up more.
It's fine.
It's all
I
good.
kind of was imagining that she was doing silk stuff to like plant the cameras and stuff, and maybe
Uh,
she's playing it down a little bit of like, yeah, I'm gonna
oh
stick around
yeah,
with you guys.
yeah. No, I that would be cool too. Like that's a good reverse because right now, like, um, Electra's like, okay, somebody came to us for protection. Like this is good, right? Like we're developing a reputation that we could do the thing. And then have that dash by being like, you were good patsies. Be like, okay,
Rival.
Yeah.
Cool.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Exactly.
Thank you, Kai. Rod, did you have any stars you want to hand out?
Oh yeah, yeah. Thanks. I mean, there's so many NPCs and so many ways we can go. So thank you for Rich for kind of bring weaving this all together or weaving different different parts together.
Thanks.
Um, I I love the idea of Electra as our kind of our auntie slash leader, and her being the
Wow.
responsible one. So I
What
thought that
the
was an
fuck?
interesting. I know exactly. Uh, uh, Zach, I love the that Health Frost has her own priorities, and of course that we see that different side at the very end with the sister. Um, um, yeah, Jolene, those quips were the ones I wrote down were just because I slept with you once doesn't mean you can say for old time's sake. And the that's the Selectra's only friend, Rain and Cindy.
Yeah.
That was so
Awesome.
funny.
And Steve, yeah, I loved having a that having that little uh, uh tag team with Nocturne and Nocturne goes, you have this, don't you? And just vanishing before I can answer. So very cool.
Yeah, that was a really good moment. Thank you, Rod. Steven, did you have any stars that haven't been shared?
Most of them have been mentioned. I'll repeat, mine again. I really liked a lot of the quips that went on. Most of the time, whenever we see a fight happening, it's, blow by blow. And in this case, Diamondback and Elektra and Hellfrost all had this interaction going on during the fight that was really interesting and it really made it stand out. That was really good. And I appreciated you, Rod, pulling for information from not for Maritza, getting the information from Maritza and pulling her back, and all that interaction stuff kind of was really neat. I also should give us a star to the dice. The dice were very friendly to me today.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was really nice too.
When I finally failed and everybody else is getting these criticals, I was like, yes,
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
some consequences. Like,
Cool. Thank you, Steven. Zach, any stars?
Yeah, I've got a few. I started you, Rich, for opening with action right away and kind of setting the tone throughout. Star to the Ford F-150 plugs, as well as the airbag realism. Uh, I I love personally that Elektra and Diamondback keep telling Hellfrost what to do constantly because that opens up opportunities for me to be snarky, which I like. And then so I've got three more. A star to the spicy Reuben. It start like I think there's all Kai like the idea for the sandwich and then adding the tag of the spicy on top.
That's one spicy Reuben.
And then ratty uniform clock. That was probably somewhere in the background.
that's an important clock. It's a very important clock.
And then lastly, a quote from Kate: "I'm a superhero. Of course, I have aspirin."
The little zipper pouch. It was so good. Awesome. And then bring us home, Jolene, with any stars that are still out there.
Yeah, I really love the scene between Hawkeye and Maritza and Hellfrost. That was fun. I love Elektra just like destroying Constrictor. Like, no, she gets overconfident, and then she like turns around and just knocks them completely out. Hellfrost getting cocky, then getting hurt. Like, we all had a bunch of like back and forth with, which was great in the combat.
Was
And
good.
I really loved Nocturne getting back home, getting back to the warehouse. I'm like, no, I gotta wipe all existence of us from any files. Try to corrupt the timeline,
Yeah,
the information timeline, not the Miss
yeah,
Meds
yeah.
timeline.
Uh,
I love that.
oh.
I'm gonna fix all of this. Wait, do you have tech skill? No. Nope. Just gonna
Yep.
flood the comments, flood the zone, flood the zone. It's gonna work.
Do you
Oh.
have Texas? Nope.
Oh.
Awesome. This was fun. The story was fun. Your attitudes were fantastic. I'm still struggling with the system, and I appreciate your understanding and a lot of your cooperation and help. I feel like I've gotten more of a toehold into this game with what we've discovered and the what's it called? Oh, DLC, the DLC as Steven called it. Yeah, new DLC package just coming online. So thank you all so much. With that, we'll stop the recording here.